Our boy Dane is finally back. Bro, I'm actually super excited for this, merely because we actually, from what we've seen from the trailer, we're actually seeing the twins together, finally.
Perfect. It's you two.
Hello,
I
Catherine.
have a commission here that has your names written all over it. In fact, I'd even go so far as to say you're the only ones for the job.
Watch it be Nahida again.
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some Archon class commission, right?
It is an Archon quest. Yeah, I've never heard of that classification before, but sure, we're happy to take this on. Which Archon do you need us to deal with today?
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system.
You should.
In fact, this commission is also probably not nearly as intimidating as what you're expecting.
Yeah, well, the sad music in the back ain't really helping with this. Rest in peace.
All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Okay, but I'm pretty sure anyone can do that.
Huh? Then why did you say we were the only ones for the job?
Yeah, who is this missing person?
I came across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago. It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure, despite attempts by several accomplished and renowned adventurers.
The only two people I can think of is they're trying to look for Dana or our sibling.
With the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest to assign this commission to the adventurer with the highest completion rate over the past few years.
Damn, it's been a few years? Okay. See, the thing with Genshin is I never know how much time has actually passed. I mean, it makes sense, it's why it's been a few years, of course, but still, you don't know how much time has actually passed.
Well, that's us for sure.
Me, Paimon. Yeah, flattery will get you everywhere with Paimon, but I can't guarantee we'll be able to complete it either.
All I'm asking is for you to give it your best shot.
Alright.
If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the commissioner about canceling the commission.
But before I do that, Catherine, I need to delete some of my raw footage, because my storage is full. Right, there we go. Good thing I checked that.
Okay, so who are we looking for? And what is it about this commission that's made it so hard to complete?
What, we going to Camria?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara village. They say one of their own villagers has gone missing.
Okay.
But the problem is, they don't know the missing person's name. They can only provide information about his general appearance.
Okay, missing name? I only can think of two cases, like maybe his name kind of got erased and he was forgotten in some way for some reason. Or two, they just had no clue what this guy's name was. They're just like, oh yeah, that guy who always comes to visit me. I mean, I never caught his name and I was too scared to ask. He's been around for like 20 years, but I didn't want to admit that I don't know his name. It's one of those types of situations.
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name?
Yeah, that's weird.
If so many adventurers have failed to complete this commission, maybe this missing villager doesn't exist at all. Could it be some sort of a prank or something?
See, but the thing is, the reason why it hasn't been completed, because if he doesn't have a name, he just looks like all generic NPCs, doesn't he?
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed incredibly sincere. It certainly didn't seem like a joke to them.
Unless it's a setup to make us go, and it's kind of like a trap for us, maybe?
Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't many upsides to a prank that costs Mora to carry out.
Would be kind of funny, though. True, that would be a little strange.
In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara village and ask around first. The Adventurers Guild does have some information on hand, but I would say anything you can learn directly from the villagers would be far more reliable. The best way to avoid misdirection is to go to the source.
Amen.
Alright then, let's go! I'm starting to get really curious about this whole thing.
Alright, let's roll out. Let's go, Chief. Bedtime story. Well, you know, with a title like that, it's probably going to be very depressing. You know what, Chlorend, come home. Why not? Just do a 10 pull. Wait.
Greetings. I am Chlorend, a champion duelist in the court of Fontaine.
What?
If you wish to hire my services, please state the nature of your dispute.
That is mad.
You may leave.
That literally happened with Boot Hill on a Honkai Star Rail. I was like, you know what? I'll just do a 10 pull and got him straight away. Whoa. What? I'll take it, I guess. I was gonna save pulling for her story quest, but I guess that's ruined now. Yeah, that was literally the first 10 pull. Alright. Sure. My luck continues. Man, who needs to spend money on gacha games, man? Just get the characters straight away, it's that easy.
We made it to Vimara Village! Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy?
Alright.
If this commission is really as challenging as Catherine made it out to be, we're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation.
Probably not, but sure.
Hello there. You looking to buy something? I do business in this area.
Baram.
Oh, no, we're adventurers. Catherine sent us to look into a commission here in Vimara Village.
Ah, so you're here about that then. You're not the first, that's for sure. We've certainly made a lot of trouble for you all.
Yeah, so can you give us the reason why you don't even know this guy's name?
To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out here, confident they'd be able to help us, only to leave soon after with nothing to show for their efforts. We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues. But no one has been able to make any headway.
Alright, no clues in the village, they don't know his name, they only have a general description of what he looks like. Yeah, there's not really much to go off, is there?
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name? Where did he live? Does he have any relatives?
Okay, Paimon, did you not hear what Catherine said? They don't know his name. Listen, Paimon, listen.
I don't know. I really have no clue. I couldn't tell you.
Brilliant.
Okay, guess you are really sick of answering questions.
Who set you up?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound short with you. I was actually just giving you my answer to your questions.
Yeah, is there anything else you can tell us?
I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but
Seems
I
that way.
promise you, we all have a very strong impression of him. When you live in the same village as someone, you develop a lot of memories together, you know?
So it might have been the case I was saying earlier, his name was erased for some reason. We're starting to get into like ReZero territory.
We just don't know the specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but that information is long gone by now.
His name was eaten by the Sin Archbishop of Gluttony.
At least that's what everyone in the village seems to think. We've all exchanged what we know, and that was the only logical conclusion.
So memories remain, but his existence not really?
Alright, specifics aside then, what kind of person was he?
Young guy, in his early 20s probably. Incredibly kind sort of person, always willing to lend a helping hand.
Alright. Eye color, hair color. We need more kind of like a appearance descriptor.
I'd chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one occasion. Very interesting guy, that one.
Now that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before. Seems like he left a pretty good impression on you.
But of course, everyone in the village is pretty fond of him. We wouldn't have issued that commission otherwise.
Imagine though it is just that one instance where like no one knew his name and they just were too scared to ask for it because they didn't want to seem like a terrible friend.
There aren't many young people like him nowadays, so genuine and pure. To think that he just up and disappeared one day. I just hope nothing bad happened.
Something bad probably happened.
Could he have just moved away without telling anyone?
From what we know, doesn't seem to be that kind of guy.
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye. And anyway, moving away without being seen by a single person in the village?
True.
There's no way he would have been able to manage that.
Huh. Alright, thanks for the information. We're gonna go ask around some more.
Oh, it's bloody cold tonight. Actually, since we are in Sumeru, put on the heater. Because this is the one thing I keep forgetting to do.
Grow.
Alright, never mind. The one time I put on the heater, she can't read minds.
I really hope he's okay.
Yeah, we'll find him. Don't worry. I'm just saying, Genshin Impact's getting a lot more comfortable with eliminating NPCs, so don't get your hopes up.
It's the guests I hear.
Sure.
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing.
Ah, so that's what brings you to these parts. Coming all this way for our sake. That's so very kind of you.
Not
With
pay.
your help, I trust that young man's case is in good hands.
Hey man, I'm just saying, this is an Archon quest. His name's already disappeared. He's young, and the title's called Bedtime Story. I don't know, man. It's kind of giving me early warning signals that probably not gonna be alive.
Could you tell us a bit about him?
Of course. I'm happy to help any way I can. With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance.
Okay.
But I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That loss has left me feeling quite empty. I don't think his parents are still living in the village. But somehow he never seemed lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others.
Unless they are just talking about our sibling for some reason. Probably not, actually, that makes no sense. I'm just saying, if no one knows his appearance, we're going to be pretty much screwed, because that does not help us whatsoever.
He would often take time to visit the elderly, or play with the orphans in the village.
Okay, that gives us nothing. That doesn't help us find him.
And whenever someone had something on their mind, he was there to listen with open ears. He always knew just what to say.
Yeah, we know, he's a very nice guy. Doesn't help us.
As the village chief, I owe him many thanks. Helping villagers navigate difficult moments in their lives should have been one of my responsibilities. But he was often the one rising to the occasion.
Wow. He seems like such a nice and gentle person. No wonder his disappearance affected you all so much.
Yeah, sucks that you can't remember his name.
But, you wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or family situation, right?
Probably not, judging how the other conversation went.
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I just can't remember. No matter how you look at it, I should know those things. But for some reason, no matter how hard I try to remember, the information just doesn't come. Perhaps my age really has caught up with me this time.
So, judging that it's centered around, the Loom of Fate, the story quest, I wonder if he was taken in to be experimented on, or if he was used for the creation or the completion of the Loom of Fate. Just reaching with the little clues we're getting at the moment.
It's okay. There's no need to force yourself to try and remember. We'll figure something out.
I don't know why we're asking, people around here. We've already been told by Catherine that no one knows his name or appearance. Us asking around, we're not going to get any clues. Just got to pad out the time a little bit, though.
Well, Traveler, what do you think?
It's exactly what Catherine said. Yeah, there's probably more to this case than meets the eye. A lot of things are not adding up.
I think so too. Like, the name thing. It's so weird that no one remembers his name.
Yeah, his name got eaten by the Sin Archbishop of Gluttony.
And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something.
I would say it's more like he's someone who only exists in people's memories.
Wait, so you're saying it's not that
Who's
he's been
that?
erased, necessarily, but more like he never existed to begin with?
I mean, I guess that's also a possibility. Everyone was just tripping.
Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one. Someone who only exists in people's memories?
I mean, judging by everything else we've already seen, that wouldn't surprise me. Could it be like what happened with Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? Like some sort of mass alteration of people's memories? It wouldn't be the same. All the actions of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata were then kind of pinned on another person, that being Nahida, of course. Them interacting with him still remains, so it's not the same.
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right?
Oh, it's you.
You're here for the Vimara Village Commission?
Were you the one walking in the back? You were not coming towards our direction.
Yep, sure are. We were just looking into the case.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission.
Yeah, well, you haven't really given too much clues, have you? It's like, yeah, we want you to find this missing person. What does he look like? I don't know. What's his name? I don't know. But he is kind.
My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vimara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
Bro, we literally have no clues. We'll certainly try our best.
Yeah, no need to worry. We'll give it our best shot. So, were you close to the missing villager? Are there any leads you can give us?
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me. There's a place I'd like to show you.
Okay, we might actually get something. I wonder if it's the guy's house. Maybe like a little hideout, maybe? It's a tree.
Is this the place? Under this tree?
Kinda looks like a person, doesn't it? Legs, arms, body.
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much, but this place is very meaningful to me. It's so full of memories.
Let me guess. He was a childhood friend of yours?
We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. Sometimes we would look up at the clouds in the sky or stop to feel the wind against our skin. We could sit there for hours at a time, never realizing how long it had been. I was actually adopted by the people of Vimara Village. The forest rangers found me in the woods as a child.
Okay.
I was surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village was so lively. Still, there were times when I couldn't help but feel incredibly alone.
Yeah, I mean, that's sort of like usual for those types of situations.
Alone?
No, it's like not feeling that you fit in or you don't really belong there.
How should I put it? When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody. But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to, or if I should say anything at all.
Kinda get that.
Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden.
I think I get what you mean.
Really? You know exactly how I feel?
Yeah, I used to have someone like that, a family member that I could talk to no matter what, but now I have a lot of friends who understand me and would be happy to hear me out. Yeah, but we don't talk, do we? Paimon talks for us.
Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well, I guess you could say that to me.
Oh, them
He
in the
felt
tree?
like both a family member I could rely on and a friend who could really understand me.
Until one day he fell up the tree and died.
No matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to him. He was so thoughtful and pure, and patient too. Whenever I talked to him, he would always seem so interested, as if the things I was describing were just as important to him as they were to me.
The thing is, the more we hear of this, the more that it just kind of tells me that, yeah, I don't think he's coming back.
Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him. No, none of those things matters now. I just really want to see him again.
Because now I'm thinking that he maybe was used for the completion of the Loom of Fate for some reason. Because it's essentially like he got just wiped. So he's definitely encountered something very powerful, right? And the only things we know that can do that is like Irminsul or something similar to that. Yeah, it ain't looking good for the guy.
Wow, you two must have been really close. Did he ever tell you anything about himself?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village. He'd share a lot of his own wild ideas as well.
Okay, let's hear that.
Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents once. But all he said was, they're not here anymore.
Unless it was Caribert? Hold on a minute, that might be the case. So maybe he's no longer in his, like, Haley-Chill form? He's become a real boy. Maybe it is Caribert then.
I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away, and I didn't want to pry.
Still not much to go off of.
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it. I'm sorry I wasn't more help.
Yep, still nothing to go off. I mean, we did see his back. We got what he looked like from behind. Yeah, don't say that. You helped us understand him better.
The last time I talked this much in one go was when we were still together. Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now.
Why do I feel like some tomfoolery is gonna happen?
Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Hey, going back on what you said earlier, you said the guy had some pretty wild ideas. Care to tell us what those ideas are? Because that seems like it could actually be quite helpful. You can continue to talk about how kind he is, but that can be applied to everyone. When someone has a wild idea, that kind of tells us more what to look out for if we hear someone talking about those certain ideas. For all we know, this man's wild ideas might be, oh yes, I'm gonna overturn the heavens, you know?
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler?
It was always the same time of day, and time never seemed to pass. Based on what we've learned, this is definitely not a regular missing persons case. Really, Traveler? No shit. What Atosa just told us about time could be the key to unraveling this whole mystery. So what, the guy can stop time? Maybe, possibly. Ah, hilly chills.
Hey, look at those hilly churls over there. Doesn't it seem like they're acting a little strange?
Nah, they seem like they're up to their usual hilly chill behavior. Ah, an abyss mage. I see you.
The Abyss Order. Could they be the ones behind all of this?
Let's go body him. Oh, he's coming to scrap. Okay.
We've been spotted. Quick, get ready to fight.
Alright, bet. Hey, I respect it though. He's challenging us alone. Rest in peace, man. Oh, okay, never mind. Spoke too soon. He came with backup. Alright, well played.
Shine down.
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show up. If you hadn't been here, I'm not sure what I would have done.
I mean, to be honest, there's monsters everywhere, but it is what it is.
It was no trouble.
The question we should be asking now is, what is the Abyss Order doing around here?
Now that I think about it, the hilly trolls around Vilmara village have been a lot more active lately.
Okay, that's actually a pretty bad sign, just saying. Because we know where there's more hilly troll activity has to do with, like, Camria or the Loom of Fate, that type of stuff. Or Abyss shenanigans, you know what I mean.
They seem agitated and would often attack anything in sight. Chief Amadea doesn't allow the children to play in the area around the village anymore.
Good decision.
Maybe the Abyss Order really is involved.
I mean, with what we just saw, most likely is the case.
Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vilmara village just in case. If the Abyss Order is plotting something that could spell trouble for the villagers.
We go back, everyone's gone. I feel like we're kind of stuck in some sort of like...
Wait a second. The person... it's Dainsleif!
Dane! He's back. I love you.
Ah, it's you two.
Hello, Dane.
Oh, a friend of yours?
A Chad, yes.
Well, I'll leave you all to it then. I should head back to the village and check up on Chief Amadea and the others anyway. Well, see you later.
Alright, something bad is gonna happen to you.
Yep, see you later, Atosa!
And we will never see her again. May she rest in peace. Goodbye.
Why do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it your life's mission to jump scare us or something?
I mean, it wasn't really a jump scare. The man was just doing his normal business.
It's hardly personal, or intentional for that matter. As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound to cross paths.
I love his voice, man.
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then. That would explain the monsters you were fighting just now.
Well done, Paimon.
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same purpose?
We were also on their tail, but I'll admit, we ran into them on an accident.
No matter. It may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure you've also realized by now that there's something strange about this place.
Let me guess, we're trapped in like a genjutsu now? What's going on?
The Abyss Order is most certainly planning something in this area. Or worse, their plan could already be in motion.
Definitely the latter.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind the hilly trail activity in the area?
I mean, judging that we just saw two hilly chills going absolute apeshit, and then an Abyss Mage just came down to have a fight with us, one could assume that yes, they're behind this.
As things stand, I highly doubt that is their primary motive. I would imagine the increased hilichurl activity is merely a byproduct of whatever it is they're really trying to accomplish.
The Loom of Fate.
Still, the hilichurl activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here. We should stick around for a while and protect the village, don't you think?
I mean, I feel like leaving this place would just be a bad decision in the first place, since most of the clues are here.
The best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent further tragedy.
Yeah, well, let's see what more we can learn from the villagers, which will be nothing. And after that, you also owe us many answers.
And you shall have them. I never intended to hide anything from you.
True. I mean, we don't really ask much of Dane, do we?
Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk.
You return to Varma village to gather intel based on what you've learned. Okay, it's nighttime now. We're not in a genjutsu. Sick.
Ah. So that was the commission that brought you here to Vimara village.
Indeed it was.
Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple missing persons case on your hands. However, any possible connection to the Abyss Order is still unclear. It appears all we have by way of clues is increased hilichurl activity, and that is certainly not much to go off of.
With that to the side, how about the intel you promised me?
Right! That mysterious voice she heard in her brother's memory. The one who called himself a sinner. Who is he?
That is a very good question. Oh yeah, it's been a while, but Dane said something about he might potentially know who it is, but he needs to still kind of have a bit more time.
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you?
I mean, I want to have faith in him.
I sense hesitation in your words. After all, you still haven't figured out the whole truth of what happened.
Yeah, because no one's told me, Dane.
There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. Irreparable damage has not yet been done.
Yet.
The sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. He and his fellow sinners have long betrayed me, and long betrayed their nation.
Camria then, maybe?
His name is Vedderfolnir.
Okay.
The Visionary.
I don't know if that's maybe some hidden law that you needed to read about, but I'll note that down. Because that seems like it's going to be very important. Alright.
I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my kin, my older brother.
What? Okay, so he is from Camria.
Your brother?
Ah, so we both got family drama. Cool. What happened between the two of you? What really happened in Camria back then? Please inform us.
There were 5 of them. The 5 sinners of Canria. The wise, Roptatir. The visionary, Vedderfolnir. Gold, Rhindaughter.
What?
The foul, Sertologi. And Rehir of Solnari, Rerir.
Hold on a minute. That third name, very important. That name was... She was the one who created Albedo, right? She's part of the witches, right? She's part of the, like, Hexen, whatever it's called, circle. Okay, that's pretty big. That's a pretty big law drop already. All right, let's write down these names. Oh, wait, the foul as well? Sergology? Hold on a minute, what? I was so hung up on gold that I just totally overlooked the foul. Those are some pretty big names.
No matter how eroded my memory may become,
okay,
I'll never forget their names. One day, I shall have my vengeance.
Okay, Eula. Interesting, though. The foul and gold? Huh. And then the other names, I don't know if we've heard them somewhere before and I've just forgotten. Okay, I'm fully invested now.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhindaughter is the one who created Albedo. Sertologi is Skirk's master.
Correct.
And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vedderfolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clotar to create the Abyss Order was him.
Okay, we are getting into some very interesting territory now. Somehow, everything is connected. If that's true, then the stone slates we found in the runa in Fontaine, the ones that outlined Fontaine's prophecy, that was likely Venfonor's doing as well. By the way, I am going to be butchering all of these sinners' names. They are not names that I can pronounce. No matter how much I practice, I am going to be butchering them, so I do apologize.
They were once people of great esteem in Canria. Those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers, outstanding in their respective fields.
I'm just saying, Dane, as well, you are going to be kind of messing with the witches. I kind of feel bad for you.
6 of us. Together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. The ones to stop the Vinster King from continuing to rock the foundation of the world.
Okay, roll it back. Who's the Finster King?
Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. They could not resist the call of the Abyss, and divided among themselves a power that could destroy the world.
Which ties into why Albedo was also destined to destroy the world. Okay. Huh.
So they became sinners, but also transcendent beings, each in possession of world-shattering power.
Interesting.
And when the cataclysm occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy, and for that, they shall never have my forgiveness.
And then my sibling came into contact with your brother. So the only 2 things I can rather think of is rather it is just the appeal and that kind of thirst for certain desires, and they kind of gave into it, or they saw this like a certain truth that makes them believe what they're fighting for is for the greater good.
Indeed. If they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray the entire world.
Okay, I'm gonna look up the Finster King just in case it is a name that I should know. Okay, the only thing that showed up was the Great Snowball King. Yeah, so it doesn't seem like there's no information on this. It must be hard to talk about all of this, but thank you for telling me.
Of course. As I said, I never intended to hide anything from you.
True.
So, Dane, what have you been looking into all this time?
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched.
Which I'm kind of scared about the creation of the Loom of Fate, mainly because everyone who's gone against Fate has met a terrible end. So, I don't know, man. But the fact that there's like sinners working on this, it actually might have the potential to change Fate, which would be huge.
By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller,
Oh yeah.
we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
Do you still have that on you?
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osile and make a god or something?
Something along the lines of that, yeah.
Indeed. However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment. The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other way to keep moving forward.
Which that might be a good thing though, because maybe there was a certain flaw that they're not able to detect because of that, and then we can take advantage of that. But that's the good outcome.
There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Then, what should we do? It's not too late, is it?
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. From there, we'll be able to deduce the Abyss Order's true objective.
Well, it's obvious that they want to change Fate, but in what way? There is a lot of different things you can do with that. Like, once you get the ability to actually go against Fate, that's kind of scary. Especially if it's in the Abyss Order's, like, arsenal.
Based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect the Loom of Fate is related to the ley lines in some way.
Okay.
The ley lines?
Ah, so that means that they also are connected to Irminsul. That's kind of bad, which also might explain why they're able to kind of change Fate then, if they have like a direct connection to Irminsul. Oh no.
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes? I believe that was due to the fact that the ley lines in that area were unstable.
which might also explain why that person's name was erased and their appearance. Because it's obvious he was used as like someone to be experimented on to see if they can change Irminsul. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the guy we're looking for is screwed. Unless Nahida can come in clutch and fix it. Yeah, not looking good.
My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of issues with the ley lines.
And one of the things that flow through the ley lines are memories.
Wait, then our commission here in Vimara Village, the person who seems to exist only in people's memories, could it be connected?
Seems possible. Memories, ley lines, the Loom of Fate, the missing person that doesn't seem to exist. Yeah, the men got erased. The tampering with Irminsul. What's the connection between all of this? That's what I'm assuming anyway. That's the only thing that makes sense.
It's certainly possible. I'll join your investigation tomorrow. This missing persons case could very well turn out to be the key to unraveling these mysteries.
No, Dane, please, stay with us.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating somewhere a little further away tomorrow.
Should stay in the area though, right? If Abyss Order's activity is high here. Time skip. Yeah, wakey wakey. Oh, you have fish outside your house? That would sting. Ow, okay, that was loud.
I used way too much brain juice yesterday. It's all Dane's fault saying all that complicated stuff.
Yeah, thank you for bursting my eardrums with that loud-ass yawn. Yeah, I didn't sleep well either. My head's a mess.
Well, let's go find Dane. We've got a lot to do today.
That yawn was extremely loud for no reason. Thank God, Dane, you didn't disappear. Thank you.
Dane? Hello, Dane? Why are you just zoning out over here?
He's locked in, man. Leave him alone. Alright, what happened?
Did something happen?
I don't know who I am. Man, if he does that, I'm gonna be pissed. What's wrong, Dane?
The missing person from your commission. Could you describe them to me?
Well, that's the funny thing, Dane. He's kind. He's kind. He's kind.
Young guy? Early 20s? Seriously, Dane, what's going on?
What, maybe it's like a younger version of his brother, maybe? See, the thing is that annoyed me about that part is that she said that the guy had weird ideas, and for some reason we didn't ask about those weird ideas. That was a very important piece. We could have just asked, what was it? And if she said, oh, I don't know, I can't remember, at least we asked, but we didn't.
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there before.
That's interesting.
Memories of him.
Unless it's the opposite, where he wasn't erased, but they're trying to give birth to a person. Like they're trying to will someone into existence. Like creating a whole new identity of a person. That would be very interesting.
Maybe we just talked too much about him yesterday and you had a weird dream or something?
Maybe that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to give birth to a person. But the reason is, if that is the case, why?
No, it wasn't a dream. They're memories. Memories that suddenly appeared in my mind after I woke up. And I'm certain I've never met this person before.
So, yeah, what exactly do you remember?
I remember...
He's kind.
handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
Well, don't do that. That's bad.
What?
Yeah, we're all gonna be stuck in some sort of like genjutsu, aren't we?
Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then.
Or maybe it's showing memories of the future? But no, that doesn't make sense. There's way too many loose ends that we can grab onto here.
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to implant memories into the minds of others.
That seems terrifying. How is that even possible? If we're going back to it, it seems like, again, they have connection to Irminsul. So they're using that to, like, tamper with it.
Wait then. All the memories the villagers have of him, could they be fake too? Maybe they never knew him at all.
So maybe they were just using the villagers as like an experiment to see if they could alter people's memories. Huh.
But why would he do something like that?
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning, an important truth has been revealed to us this morning.
That we can't trust our own memories. How fun.
What sort of truth?
That their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller.
True.
They haven't stopped searching for it.
Yeah, where did you even hide that thing? Is it still in your person? Because now I don't trust you with it.
I am the only person who knows its location.
Okay.
Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to interfere with my mind in some way.
Is the eye still safe? What if that memory is real? Let's not start going down this path, because once we get to the point where we can't trust our own memories, everything is going to go wrong.
Your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality like that just yet. Yet. Wait until the Loom of Fate is completed. However, considering their single-minded pursuit of the eye, I would say an equal level of caution is in order on our part. Come with me. We must check whether the eye is still in our possession.
Oh, but I feel like that's part of their plan, though. We're pretty much just leading them right to it, right? At that point, if they're following us.
Oh, so you're going to take us to where you hid it?
I don't like that. But what if someone follows us? If we go straight there and someone is on our tail, are we just exposing the eye's location? Okay, at least it was brought up. Maybe that's the reason the Abyss Order implanted that memory in the first place, to force Dane to confirm the eye location. Exactly my point. I think Dane also knows that as well. He's not dumb. Given what I know of him, though, I'm sure Dane has already thought of that possibility. Seems like he might already have a plan. Alright, lead the way, Dane.
Of course.
Maybe we can, like, set them up. Maybe he has, like, a false eye location, like an exact, like, replica of it. It's just a fake. Who knows? Alright, Dane, make some, like, big boy plays here. Next to the chasm, eh? An interesting place, I guess.
So you hid it way out here? Not an easy place to discover, that's for sure.
Oh yes, the weird rock side with the portal-looking thing.
Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Traveler, wait.
What's up? See, we also saw this effect when he was talking about the sinners and his brother and taking vengeance. I feel like we shouldn't be going here.
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Nope, his memory, he's being controlled. I don't like it. They've got him, boys. We're the only ones they can't affect since we're not connected to Irminsul. And we don't know if Paimon is all. No, wait, no, we do know that Paimon's connected to Irminsul because she's forgotten Great Lord Rukkhadevata. Or has she? So we're the only ones that can think straight at the minute. So I feel like we should be stopping Dane. What was Dane gonna tell me just now? Well, his memory got probably erased or changed.
Hey, wait up!
Dane, you're becoming sussy. They've already won though. That's all they need for him to lead them to the location and take down the barrier. Dane brings you to where he hid the eye before. As you continue onward, the answers will soon be revealed. But when you step within, there seems to be something strange going on with Dane. Well, isn't that fun? This seems like a very interesting location, Dane, that you hid the eye. Should have just put it in someone's back garden, to be honest. I am very nervous. We're getting jumped by shrooms.
I see everything!
You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
What do you mean they've changed over time? Dane, you hid the eye here. What do you mean? See, now I can't trust a single thing Dane is going to be saying. The man's just going to be incredibly sus. Which battle music is this? Is this just new music? Oh, it might be like Enkanomiya. It's been a while since I've listened to that type of music. Oh, there's one. 3 more to go.
Once.
Shut up,
there was
Venti.
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism.
Ah, okay, I see. Puzzle time. Easy enough, boys.
Ah, the door's open. Let's go. Our destination is just up ahead.
Because it's got that similar style from when we encountered the first sinner. Oh, not the first sinner, one of the sinners. Oh, this part was in the trailer as well. Very concerning.
Looks like we can't go any further.
Something's up.
Be on your guard. I sense the presence of the abyss.
Wow, it's like they followed us here for some reason. Not the smartest of moves, I will admit. Ah, this is...
The Abyss Order! They're here!
This is why they suggested Pyro. This might take a while. Witness to Destiny's inception. Vanguard of the newborn fate. Perish.
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. The Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here.
No way!
Now that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance to see...
Dane, you need to go to bed.
Dane? What's wrong?
Yeah, they're messing with his memories. Come on, guys, catch on.
Can you feel that? There's been a disturbance in the ley lines. It must be the work of the Abyss.
It's alright, we're not connected to Irminsul, so this is like a you issue.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing. Paimon doesn't feel it.
Which is weird though, because if Paimon is connected to Irminsul, her memory should also be affected. Or maybe it's not like an Irminsul issue in the first place, but I'll let it play out.
You two, do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place.
No, I'm good. Leaving here now would be one of the stupidest decisions the Traveler ever makes. Leave you here on your own, will you be alright? No! Obviously not!
The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara Village, I suspect you might finally have the opportunity to locate the missing villager.
I don't trust that whatsoever. Truth be told, I care more about you, Dane, than I do about just some random NPC. Just saying.
Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer.
No, okay. We're falling for it hook, line, and sinker. Alright. Oh yes, let's listen to the guy who's having his memories altered. Brilliant plan. Dane does have a point. No, he doesn't. But something still feels off. What am I missing? Huh. I wonder. Dane being very dumb, which, not normal. He's having his memories altered. Not good. He's breaking down. Not good. And once again, just not being cautious. Dane is always very cautious, which he's not being right now. He would never do this. There's so many warning flags. Why is the Traveler being dumb? And, well, screwed. No, yeah, there you go. You win. Well done. Uh-oh. And I think we can guess who this is. Uh-oh. Dane. Ready to throw down, I guess. There it is.
I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
Yeah, but Dane, is that a very good idea? Dane, we also want to meet our sibling, alright? It's not you. Stop being selfish.
You risked your safety. And that of the Eye.
Okay, Aether.
That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
So you came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
I would love to see a cutscene of these two scrapping, I'm just saying.
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. better that I face you alone.
Okay, we actually might get a showdown.
I know you must have a lot to say, but if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
Okay, Aether. Is it Aether or Aether? I can't remember. Come on, let's see it. Yeah, time to scrap, man. No, don't do this. Oh, it's changing scenes, you mother...
The Abyss Order's on the move. The ley lines are all out of whack. We better hurry back to Vimara Village and see what's going on.
I don't care about the missing person, Paimon. I want to see the fight.
Hey, look at those hilly trails over there.
They seem strangely calm. I mean, we've seen this with Hillagers before. That's normal.
Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago? Why are they so calm all of a sudden?
They're eating the good stuff. What? Wait, I hear something. Wind. Venti?
In the new world, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy.
So they're trying to create a new world. Interesting.
Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
So they're trying to create a new world, and they're trying to relieve Hillagers of their suffering, which we already knew from a previous Dane Archon quest.
Did you hear that? What was that sound just now?
You heard it too, Paimon? It was someone's voice.
It sounded so gentle. Could that voice be comforting the Hillagers in some way?
But because the last time they tried to relieve Hillagers of suffering, it wasn't very pleasant. It was causing them to suffer a lot, so... I don't know, man. I don't know if this way will be better, since they're kind of creating the Loom of Fate.
Oh, this is weird. Let's check if this is happening anywhere else.
Alright. I'm just gonna steal your fruit. Hope you don't mind. And then we've also got the butterflies chilling about.
Looks like the same thing is happening over here, too. The Hillagers are calm.
They're zoned in.
You see, we're both still here.
Both.
We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to love. Release your tears. You no longer need to hold back your sorrow.
This seems weird. It's that voice again.
Stabilize!
Okay, we can't attack them.
Over there. It looks like they're sleeping.
They're having a good time.
In the end, he whispered softly.
Who are you talking about here?
Sleep well, Father. Sleep well, my beloved people.
Alakino? Sleep well, Father. Sleep well, my beloved people.
When you awake, that which differentiates us shall be no more.
It almost sounds like a poem or some kind of story.
This is getting weird.
Well, now that the Hillagers have calmed down, Vimara Village should be safe at least.
I don't know about that.
Let's put this situation to the side for now. Dane said this might be our chance to find the missing villager, so we should head back to Vimara Village before it's too late.
Let's see what tomfoolery has happened in the village. Okay, well, I do see a person. That's good news, I guess. Well, the good news is they're not gone, and they seem to be in good health.
Grandpa Medea, is everyone alright? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
Yeah, not good.
The Abyss Order? This is the first I'm hearing of it.
Well, good thing that you're hearing about it.
Thank you for your concern. But as far as I'm aware, it's been business as usual here in the village.
So what? Still doesn't change the fact that the Abyss Order is working around here.
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager while we were gone, did you?
They're probably not going to remember.
Someone's gone missing, you say? Who would that be?
Yep, saw that comment.
Huh?
You don't remember? Things just got more complicated.
Well, you know, the young guy from Vimara Village. The one you've been looking for all this time. You posted a commission with the Sumeru Adventurers Guild.
Or it might be the case that they brought back his existence now, so he's kind of returned.
That's kind of the whole reason we're here, actually. Your missing persons commission.
Ah, I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not worrying you too much. I'm sure it's just my age making me forgetful again.
Alright, let's return to the spot where the girl was hanging out with him. I feel like we should go there.
At least right now, I can't seem to recall whatever it is you're referring to. Perhaps you should try asking someone else.
Because it's the same time of day again where they normally hang out.
But how is that? Alright. Thanks for your help, Grandpa Amadia.
Alright, no use asking the villagers. Let's head to the spot.
Something's definitely not right. We just talked to Grandpa Amadia about the missing villager. There's no way he could have forgotten all about him just like that.
Or it might be a case where he's not forgotten anymore and he's been remembered, so he exists now.
What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again?
It's too early to say. We should check in with the others first.
You're right. We should narrow down the possibilities first. Let's go ask someone else then.
They're gonna give us the exact same answer if we should just skip all this. Alright, Baron, my guy.
Someone's gone missing? Who?
Who would have guessed?
Just as expected.
No, that was pretty obvious.
That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier? The one you always used to chat with. He's around 20 years old, and you said he was a kind, warm-hearted person?
Alright, give us the name.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Really? You remember?
Yeah, exactly. It's not that they've forgotten, they've just remembered who he was. He's existing again.
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. If you're certain that's what I said, then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing?
Alright, don't care about that pack, just give us his name. Have you seen him recently?
Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too. They couldn't have gone far.
Yeah, the girl. They've gone to the spot. Like I would have assumed.
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him. And apparently he just saw him?
That's what he just said, Paimon.
Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've somehow returned to a time before he went missing?
I don't think we've returned to a time. I just think that memories have been restored. I doubt returning to the past would be that simple, exactly. Given everything Dane's mentioned about disturbances with the ley lines, I'd say it's far more likely this is related to memories in some way. I need to think carefully. What's really going on? Oh, we're getting this again. I thought I was actually submitting it. Okay, this one then?
Right. Paimon totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. We're in someone else's memory.
Okay, maybe my theory was wrong then.
Just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time.
Okay.
That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all.
My guess is that we entered the memory of the girl, since it's at the same time they normally hang out. If we really are in someone's memories, then this is our chance to find him.
Right. If he's someone who only exists in people's memories, then we're finally on the same turf.
Nah, let's get it.
But didn't Bayram just say that he saw him leave the village with someone? Where should we go look for him?
I don't know. Maybe the spot the girl told us about.
Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna last? We might not have that much time, and we don't even know whose memory this is.
Alright, let's go through what we know so far.
Good idea. That'll help us narrow things down.
It's pretty obvious where they are.
We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to
implant memories into the minds of others.
Right! That! Could we try to figure out more about him using what we know of his ability? Like, does it maybe leave a trace that would somehow give him away?
Implanting memories into the minds of others must be an imperfect process. There's no way the new memories could perfectly blend in with the old ones. There has to be some kind of tell. Yeah, time does not pass with false memories.
If time was allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a higher chance they might conflict with someone's original recollection. That would make it much harder to avoid suspicion.
Should be this one then, since time's not passing.
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit! That must mean time isn't passing!
Bingo!
That's the tell of the fake memories! The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day.
There we go, we're getting somewhere now.
If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was off.
And now, but taking this information, we know exactly where they are.
Like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder why they remember doing two different things at the same time of day.
Just saying, no one will probably remember that. People like me forget what they ate for breakfast, so...
That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific moment in time rather than over a period of time.
If we consider this the conjunction of what we already know, then the question of whose memory this is seems to have an obvious answer. Thank you. I forgot her name. It's Atosa.
The color of the sky.
Yep, Atosa.
Oh, right! That's exactly what Atosa described!
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come to think
We
of
don't
it,
need a flashback.
every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk. Just like right now.
I'm just saying, this conversation happened like maybe 50 minutes ago.
Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Yeah, and that wasn't suspicious to you?
Yep, that has to be it! This is definitely Atosa's memory.
I still hate that sound effect, by the way. Gives me paranoia. Let's go to the tree.
Yeah, that's where they'll be.
To the tree, and then this music starts playing. Damn you. Oh, that's a very interesting outfit you have there, my good sir.
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talks like that out of habit. She's not trying to scare the children on purpose.
That's a very interesting Camria outfit you have on, good sir. Care to explain that?
Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. Do you maybe have anything you want to share?
Right, sorry to interrupt your flirting, but we need answers.
It's okay if you don't. You could also just talk about what you think of me?
Alright, I get it. You want to smash him, alright?
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and thoughtful young woman.
Have we seen this NPC design before? Like this face? I feel like we have. I feel like it's just the hair that's throwing me off.
You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Bro, she wants to smash you, alright? Take the hint.
Huh? Are those your friends over there?
Oh, I see we haven't met yet. Makes sense. Hello, Camrian. We finally found him, but why does he look kind of familiar? Unless this is like a younger version of Clotar Alberic?
Oh, right! This version of Atosa hasn't met us yet.
Makes sense.
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me.
Good sir, do you know me?
So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atosa. We'll have to continue this conversation another time.
Another time, huh? Yeah, okay. I'll head back to the village then. Talk to you some other time.
Yeah, probably not. We ain't no third wheel in this. We're breaking you up.
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
Yeah, well, when you say stuff like that, makes you very suspicious. You're? Ah. Caribert. That is... I didn't realize... I did see the cloth on his arm, but I just never registered it. I did predict near the start that this was potentially Caribert, the person that had vanished from their memories. Factoring in the memories, the Abyss Order, the Loom of Fate, and everything else, I need to think of the one person that can connect all of this together. It is Caribert Alberic.
Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the Loom of Fate.
It's this one.
You're Caribert Alberic.
Uh-huh.
Oh. You know me? That's quite the surprise. I don't believe I've met you before.
Yeah, you were kind of a helichel, but it is what it is.
Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw... the me from back then.
Indeed.
This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her.
So that would explain why she said that this guy had some weird ideas. What are you up to, Caribert?
But I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else to talk.
Feel like we could just talk here, but okay. Nope. Ah! Well, yeah, what is... I can't read. This is a language I cannot read. Please decipher it for me. Okay, fine, I'll just take a screenshot of it. Bro, we cannot read this. What do you want from me? Ah, this place. This is kinda... This place looks nice, though. This is also where we're gonna be meeting our sibling. The proof of existence. Yeah, guys, can we come back to this place? Can we teleport here? See, we can't even take a photo. Why? This place looks sick. Hold on a minute. I just want to explore a little bit. Damn, the music here is nice, though. Can we fall? Yep. Okay, we can. I do hope we can visit this place again. But we probably won't. You good, my guy? What is this place?
I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world after all. As you well know.
Yeah, you look quite exhausted. Also, your realm of conscious is pretty peaceful. I respect it.
It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this. And now, the time has finally arrived.
Yeah, what do you know about us? You seem to know a little bit. This is a rare opportunity for me as well. I should try to learn as much information from Caribert as I can. What exactly is the Loom of Fate?
Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension.
That sounds fun.
Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the Loom of Fate.
That just seems depressing, though, innit?
But despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the Loom of Fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction.
So yeah, pretty much being used as the vessel for it.
In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion.
Okay, don't do that. That's creepy.
The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the Loom of Fate.
But it might be the case that the Loom of Fate isn't a physical object. It's more of like a mental kind of... It's a non-physical thing that maybe connects with Irminsul. Oh, and he did say that sorrow and pain was one of the requirements. So maybe what he did was he grew close to a person through memories so he can have that connection. And then he was to then break it off so he felt sorrow so he could fulfill that requirement. That's depressing if that is the case. Caribert is dead. That's why he no longer exists outside of people's memories.
As for your question, the Loom of Fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines.
Weaving ley lines?
In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own.
Which in returns allow them to mess with Irminsul, which is terrifying.
Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world.
Yeah, since you have direct connection with Irminsul. So that was the source of your ability to implant memories?
Yes. I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life.
That's fun. So the memories that suddenly appeared in Dane's mind were implanted by Caribert's through the half-finished Loom of Fate. That makes sense, but I'm still lost as to why he went so far as to introduce himself to all the residents of Varamara village. Again, like I said, maybe it was so he could grow close to a person or the whole village in general. So then as soon as he disconnects himself from that, he feels sorrow and he fulfills the requirement. So why did you implant the memories of yourself into the people of the village?
That. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only for everyone in the village, but for you as well. I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world.
Okay, so maybe it was just like a selfish reason then. I don't blame him.
As if I had a chance at life.
So that's why I would have never guessed. But is there any kind of meaning to this? Does only existing in people's memories really count as living? I mean, if that's the only thing you can achieve, then at least it can give you a little bit of, like, comfort, I guess.
I know what you must be thinking. Why would I do something so meaningless? But I just couldn't accept it.
Again, I don't blame him.
I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me.
You had the girl wanting to smash you, so I feel like you did a pretty good job.
Chief Amadia, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa.
That's cute.
What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village. I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life.
Yeah, and then we see them on top of the tree again. Yeah, it's selfish, but again, don't blame him. So yeah, even though he might have not been doing it intentionally, the fact that he kind of grew close to everyone in the village and now he's kind of cut that off, he's gonna feel pain and sorrow, right? Of having to disconnect himself from that now, and that fulfills the requirements of the Loom of Fate, or well, a few of them anyway.
Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time. I know it sounds stupid.
It is what it is.
After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness.
Judging by how things are going, does not seem like there's going to be a happy ending for Caribert anyway.
Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up.
I mean, I did kind of say he did look like a younger version of Clotar, so I was kind of on the money on that one. In the end, they all stem from the tragedy that occurred in Camria back then. So, how about we ask some questions about that, you know? We literally have such an important person right in front of us. We need to ask some more hard-hitting questions, you know? You know, everyone is looking for you.
I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them find me.
True.
If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. But, well, that's not possible for me.
But I was talking about it earlier. Maybe now that you have once the Loom of Fate is created and it's completed, then you might be able to, like, create someone to exist, you know? Like, if you're able to weave the ley lines and mess with Irminsul, could you potentially create an existence of someone? Like, how much power can you actually have? Since if you can erase someone from the world, from Irminsul, what stops you from creating an existence? As I understand it, even though you only appeared in their memories, your existence was a great comfort to them. They all believed you once lived among them.
I know.
Well, now that I've found you, let's continue this conversation some other time. Dane might still need my help. Yeah, well, I feel like the man's probably being bodied at this point.
Captain Dainsleif. Twilight Sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end.
Oh, that's great. That's a great thing to hear. Settled?
Exactly. as someone who could only exist in people's memories. The fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing.
That our brothers obtained the eye.
The Loom of Fate has already been completed.
Oh, well, that's fun. What? The Loom of Fate is already complete? That means the eye of the first field tiller must have already fallen into the hands of the Abyss. Could something have happened to Dane? Oh, if only we didn't see the warning signs of what was happening with Dane.
No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning.
Oh yeah, you were messing with his memories.
Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he?
So I was kind of right. He kind of set up a scenario where he would lead them to the fake eye. But I'm not being funny, right? Hiding the eye inside of yourself, probably not the best of ideas as well.
His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the prince. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location.
Did he do that? I can't remember that part.
That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once.
Yeah,
Very
but...
thorough plan.
Yes, but Dane never handed me the eye. I'm guessing that's because his memory was tampered with and he forgot that part. Like, his memories were, like, kind of altered, so he would forget that part of the plan.
That's right. Because in his mind, he had given it to you already.
Wait, does that mean he gave Dane a false memory? There you go. You made him think that? When? I don't know. Maybe when the guy was like, you know?
Before you two entered that false location.
Yeah, exactly.
Traveler, wait.
Yeah, this part. Oh, now you give us some voice lines. Yeah, tapped him.
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
Yeah, I knew something was wrong then. Yep, fell for it hook, line, and sinker. So when Dane froze up back then, it was because a false memory was being implanted in his mind. No wonder. Who would have guessed?
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real.
But yeah, the moment they revealed that Dane's memories could be tampered with, something was bound to go wrong.
I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the eye.
But yeah, the eye being completed, is it a good thing? That's the real question, right? I'm just saying from experience, you know, from the world quest and that, everyone that's kind of gone against their fate has not made a happy end. They kind of get clapped. So Dane had the eye this whole time until the Abyss Order took it away. I'm not sure there's anything we could have done. Now that the Loom of Fate is complete, what are you planning on doing with it?
I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you. But I truly have no idea what the prince is planning.
So how about you let him inside of you and then we can actually have a one-to-one?
Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist. In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture.
I mean, we're literally talking about going against fate and, you know, weaving the world in a way that suits you. Yeah, that's pretty big.
In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved.
Your goal?
You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory.
We did indeed.
After he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form, I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish.
By the way, the voice acting, I can still remember it. It was really good. The screams hurt, dude.
To comfort me, my father told me a story. That this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster. That story managed to dispel my fears. Even if just for a moment. My goal was simple. To use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form. when its ability to create memories was at its strongest, to implant a specific memory into the minds of the Hilichurls.
Oh, what, to give them comfort as well? Aw.
In that memory, I would tell them a story, just like my father did for me.
That's kind.
It was a story of fairy tales and love. But more than anything, it was the story of us.
See, now I'm gonna feel even more of a terrible person for killing Hilichurls. They keep making me feel bad for killing enemies. That's a nice thing to do, though. So the thing that caused the Hilichurls to calm down back then was Caribert's story. So that was his goal. That was the only thing he wanted. He had a device as powerful as the Loom of Fate at his disposal, and all he wanted to do was offer the Hilichurls a moment of comfort and peace. I mean, from what we got from the villagers, yeah, he's kind.
I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer.
Yeah, well, too bad we're gonna eliminate them once we get back into the world. Perhaps, but I think it was very meaningful indeed.
All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time.
Oh, and again, that's why the quest is called Bedtime Story.
But now, the Bedtime Story is finished. And it's finally time to rest.
Damn, man. Cutscene? Yeah. Damn, man. Yeah, I've got to respect him, though. I respect what he did. And we're probably going to see him turn back into a Hilichurl. Damn, yeah. He lived up to it. He was very kind. This place is beautiful, though, man. No, the piece of cloth. May he rest in peace. And our sibling.
Looks like I was too late to see Caribert one last time.
Oh boy! Yeah, this is how we meet? Alright, can we at least get a hug in? Just slaps her. Ah, no, we can't even hug.
Caribert's consciousness is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it.
Can you see us?
Neither of us belongs here.
No, okay, no.
That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to help you too.
Ah, man.
Well, how about a conversation?
At least we can talk. This is kind of huge. Also, I kind of seen the light element on him, like different from us, instead of having the hydro element. That's interesting.
The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree?
This is cute, man. Yeah, I almost can't believe it's real.
That battle earlier was tough.
Yeah, would have loved to seen it.
The one against Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me.
He still traveled with you for a very long time.
Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years.
Damn, okay. So, what exactly are you planning? What are you gonna do with the Loom of Fate?
The Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time.
Can you give us a little bit of information, though? Because we would appreciate that.
Before the heavenly principles awaken.
Excuse me? The Heavenly Principles are still asleep? I mean, we already kind of knew that from what Nahida was kind of doing. Or from what Nahida said in her way to Tari. She said something about alerting the Heavenly Principles anyway. But they are gonna awaken. That is pretty huge. We already kind of knew that was gonna happen though, but it's nice to hear it.
Yes. For 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria, there's been no sign of activity.
Do you know why?
Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne, yes?
Yes, Fossa Law is very based.
Such a flagrant disregard for the rules, and still Celestia took no action.
True.
I suppose that's proof enough of the Heavenly Principles situation.
Because that was like the biggest thing people were talking about, is that why was Celestia not taking action against Neuvillette, since, yeah, they would not allow a dragon sovereign to have his original power. That's a big no-no.
However, the Heavenly Principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it.
This scene is surreal, by the way. Like, I'm still kind of taking it in that it's actually happening. You really hate the Heavenly Principles, don't you? Yeah, I do too.
You could say that. Just look at Caribert. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful.
That's also a thing I said. Yeah, and again, I would love to revisit this place. It's beautiful.
Even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit.
I still want to know what that looks like, though.
He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist?
Probably the Heavenly Principles.
Of course. That's only one example. My feelings about the Heavenly Principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words.
Then explain it in long sentences. Come on, give us everything, Aether.
Lumine?
Give us the law drops, man.
You're the only one in this world who calls me that.
True, yeah. We've been going by a different name this entire time. The Traveler, the name you pick, all the nicknames and titles that we've gained. That's cute.
There's so much I wanted to ask you. But for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now.
Well, Lumine, we want to know, so stop with this and ask them.
There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
One of the biggest ones I wanted to know is, why is he connected to Irminsul? That's so cute.
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end.
The Sea of Flowers at the end. Interesting name. Oh, that's the place that we saw in the Teyvat chapter video. We see Dane standing in the Sea of Flowers. Interesting. So that describes that place. What is it, though?
Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together.
Oh, were we also there?
You told me. You wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom.
Oh, the flower in our hair? Yeah?
To have a place like that suddenly appear before me? Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
I'm guessing it's the flower in our hair anyway.
You mean?
I miss you too, Lumine.
Aww.
But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer...
Just didn't want us to get involved.
I don't even know how to face myself sometimes. Let alone my own sister.
Oof. Damn, man.
What's going on?
Don't do some, like, tomfoolery and then turn this into, like, some depressing thing.
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer.
It's such a good place though. But also, so many important questions left unanswered. Why are you connected to Irminsul?
In fact, aside from our ability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Caribert gone,
no,
we won't be able to remember anything that happened here.
No.
Everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
Why? That's so depressing, man.
You're only telling me this now?
Oh, at least give us the answers. Tell us everything right now, please. Go on, at least try and get a hug in. What was that? I'm guessing he said I love you. But we're not connected to Irminsul though, so maybe we still remember? Maybe not.
Still so sleepy. My head feels all fuzzy.
Well, at least we saw them interact. But we saw that potential of so much important lore just vanish.
Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us sleeping near the village yesterday. They couldn't wake us up no matter how hard they tried, so they decided to just bring us back here.
Should have brought us to a hospital if that was the case, but okay.
Oh, and Dane came by just now? It looked like he was injured.
I wonder why.
He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were alright and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya.
I mean, even Paimon just seems out of it. He never changes, does he? I'm having trouble thinking straight right now.
Let's think for a second. We were in that memory, and we saw that guy you called Caribert.
Paimon remembers?
He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened.
Oh, so we only forgot our... Oh, no. Okay, I'm misremembering. This was before he took us into his realm of consciousness. Okay, my bad. Caribert and I talked for a while. He told me about the Loom of Fate.
Wait, really? What a score!
Okay, so we do remember that part. So we just forgot about our brother. I guess our commission is complete then. The missing villager, the person who only existed in people's memories, was Caribert's all along. But now that he's gone, I'm not sure how to explain things to the villagers. Unless they just forgot about him.
Well, what happened after that?
Come on, Traveler. After that... I can't seem to remember. Damn it! Maybe I'm just tired, but I feel like something else happened, but why can't I remember? I'm not sure why, but it almost feels like I lost something.
Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
Bayram, shut up. I'm thinking.
Bayram? You sure
Bayram.
seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say.
Okay.
It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the adventurers.
Okay, so they still remember.
So there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him. According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager.
Okay, interesting.
There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together.
Ah.
It looked like quite a happy family, apparently.
So that was the last memory that was implanted in them. I mean, that resolves that issue, I guess.
And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of strange that we forgot all about it for so long.
Yeah, don't think too hard about it. So that's how Caribert said his goodbyes. That was the last memory he gave to them.
Oh, and we also remembered his name. Caribert.
Oh, he actually just gave his
that's
name.
Not a name you hear every day. Would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner.
Yeah, it certainly would. Yeah, that is a unique name. Make sure you remember it this time.
Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is. And we're all relieved now that we know what happened.
Happy is a word, yeah.
Seems like everyone thinks Caribert left the village. That's probably for the best. At least they have some sort of explanation now.
Caribert is gone. The Loom of Fate is now complete. and no one else will try to change the villagers' memories.
Paimon wonders how Atos is doing. Maybe we should go check on her. If she hasn't remembered like everyone else, we can tell her what happened.
I mean, but since we entered her memories, shouldn't she have that memory of us talking with him before she left?
Paimon didn't see her in the village just now, so she's probably at the tree. Come on, let's go talk to her.
To the tree. Yeah, well, she ain't gonna be very happy, is she?
Hey, Atosa, how's it going?
What's up?
Oh, it's you two. I was just about to go looking for you. I wanted to thank you.
You're welcome.
I was part of the search party, so I remember what happened to Caribert now. Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important.
And well, that's how it goes sometimes. Two actual different answers. Maybe he wanted you to forget him. I'm sure he wouldn't want you to forget him. There we go.
It's funny, but I have this feeling he told me the same thing. I just can't seem to remember when. I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. Life is made up of a series of memories. As long as I hold on to our time together, he'll always be a part of my life.
That's cute.
I'm just happy I got to meet him. So, who cares what happens in the future, right?
Hey, look, from what we heard in the memory, it seems like you liked him more than a friend, you know? You good?
Okay, I'll admit. I'm just putting on a brave face.
Yeah, well, that was pretty obvious.
I was dumped, wasn't I?
That's one way to take it.
Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye?
Yeah, I'm sure he had his reasons.
You don't need to comfort me. I'll be okay.
Well, you see, the one that you wanted to love was kind of turned into a hilichurl. He's from like 500 years ago. He was then murdered, turned into a thing called the Loom of Fate that has the potential of weaving ley lines and, you know, changing the entire world. A potential thing which can change fate, which extremely dangerous. But then he only existed within the realm of consciousness, and so he was being a little selfish, and he was implanting himself into other people's memories, yours included, because, you know, he wanted to live a little bit. He wanted to see the world in which he lived. And, you know, the two of you grew closer, but, you know, he needed to go away. It was his time to, you know, vanish, and, well, that's why he didn't want to be in a relationship with you, pretty much. Does that explain it? Imagine.
It's just like Caribert said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious.
Just go on like a full tangent about what happened.
And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day.
Ooh, I don't know about that. Unless the thing I said happens where they do create an existence from Irminsul, so then he does exist.
Anyway, thanks for all your hard work, you two. I promised I'd help Granny Jahiet with something, so I should head back.
Alright.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, that should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to normal now.
No, I wouldn't say everyone's, but sure.
Oh, right! Weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened after your conversation with Caribert?
Let me guess, we've probably forgotten about it now. Right, what was it that happened? I can't remember. Huh. It feels like there's something in my pocket. I'm guessing it's the scarf or the cloth that Caribert had.
A picture?
No.
Where'd that come from? Let Paimon see.
Never mind. Aww. Oh, that's so cute, dude. You must get along with each other, the two of you. Mate, Caribert's the real one, man. Doing us one last favor. Bedtime story quest completed. Damn, okay. And then we see these two in the tree, yeah. That's so cute. So the Loom of Fate is now completed. Very, very interesting. One thing I do want to check though is the Traveler does have Nope. Okay, so it's still not unlocked. I wonder when this is going to be unlocked then. So yeah, we got some pretty big information. We got more information on the sinners, that there were 5 of them. So I think it was... Wait, let me pull this up since I wrote it down. So we have the Wise, the Visionary, Gold, the Foul, and Retcher of Solnari. Which, 2 of them, we know the names. The Foul being Skirk's master, and then Gold, Ryan, and Daughter being Albedo's creator. So yeah, that's very, very interesting. So I think we can safely say that the next kind of time we get Dane's story, or maybe the next Archon quest in Natland, seems like there's going to be some pretty big changes or things going on. Because the Loom of Fate is now being completed, so they have the ability to weave the ley lines and change the world, which is huge. We know that the Heavenly Principles are going to awaken now. We don't know when, but they will awaken. That's mad. And we know now that at the end of whatever place or journey, that there's a sea of flowers just waiting for us. Again, what we saw in the Teyvat chapter video. Again, a lot of questions remain unanswered, but it is what it is. I'm guessing they're going to save that for maybe next time, since we are getting kind of closer to our sibling now. We literally talked with him. So maybe next time we can hug him, unless something goes terribly wrong. But yeah, greatly enjoyed that. That was actually very, very enjoyable. Caribert is the absolute GOAT. What a guy. We didn't get to see much of Dane, which kind of was to be expected. That's kind of like a running thing where we see Dane for a little bit and then he goes off to do his own thing. So yeah, that I wasn't expecting too much Dane. So I wasn't too disappointed with that. Still would have loved to seen his fight with our sibling though. I am kind of mad they cut that. That's like the only thing that annoyed me. I don't know, maybe we'll get like an animated short on YouTube about their fight. Probably not, but we can wish. So yeah, that's pretty much all the things I can remember. There might be a few things I'm missing and I do apologize, but yeah, that's all I can think of at the moment. So yeah, with all that completed, we're going on to Cloran's story quest next. So if you don't want to miss my reaction to that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you then.